Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another Get Ready With Me. This time I'm going out to eat with friends. So it's just gonna be a casual look. I'm gonna do something kind of peachy bronzy again. Yes, I know I've done that type of look for my last two videos, but I promise I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. It's not gonna be the exact same thing. Okay, we're gonna start with foundation. I'm not gonna prime. I'm not gonna wear this makeup for too long, so I'm just gonna put the foundation straight on my skin. I found this tag that I wanna do. It's a summer tag. It's literally from 2014. It's around 20 questions, so I'm just going to go down the list and answer them while I'm doing my makeup. Technically, it's the end of summer, but I still think this tag will be fun. The first question is, what is your go-to product for a sun-kissed summer glow? Like bronzer, self-tanner, etc. So I don't use self-tan because I'm already tan. I would probably say bronzer, but I don't know if it really makes me look sun-kissed. It makes me look bronze, but I think if I have to really pick something that gave me the vibe of sun-kissed, I would probably say Sunbask blush from MAC because it has that sort of reddy quality to it that makes you look like you got a tan. Granted, I feel like the way you tan depends on your skin tone. I'm probably reading so much into this question. I feel like I don't tan red, I just get darker. Like my actual skin tone just becomes darker. I don't really look more red or, like I don't have a sunburned look when I tan. I guess my version of sun-kissed would literally just be getting darker. So I would say actually, in this case, it is bronzer because my bronzer is not a very reddish bronzer. It's actually it's called medium deep golden. So it's really my skin tone, but darker. So I would say that. And it's this one that I use all the time. This MAC Matte Deep Golden Skin Finish Sunstruck Matte Bronzer. They actually reformulated these recently, so the packaging doesn't look like this anymore, but I use this a lot. You can see there's a dip in it too. The next question is, what book would you recommend for a summer read? I'm trying to think of the last summery type of book that I read. The Spanish Deception is a pretty good summery book. This girl needs a date to a wedding. So I think she asks her boss to fill in for her as her date. And they end up falling for each other while they're over there, which is like such a typical storyline and plot line, but we can't get enough, obviously, as the general public, because I swear so many books follow this plot line, but somehow we still eat it up every time. I know that People We Meet on Vacation is a very popular summer beachy sort of read, and I saw the movie for it, and I thought the movie was pretty good. I'm interested to read the book and see how it compares, because usually I find that the books are better than the movies. I also did a couple of extractions today, mostly on this side of my face, so hopefully it's not too red and showing through the foundation. I'm trying to get it as even as possible without looking too foundation-y. Because I think something I'm guilty of in summer is using too much foundation. And given that this foundation is so full coverage, I feel like I don't actually need to use that much. I'm just probably used to using that much. But even just putting it on bare skin, it has such a nice skin finish. Like I know this is technically a matte foundation, but I think it's really skin-like. Like right now, it doesn't really look like I'm wearing foundation, which is what I like. Okay, the next question, number 3, is what is your signature summer scent this year? So I would say I'd had the same summer scent last year as I do this year, and that's just because I don't buy a lot of perfume. I try not to. Trust me, if I wasn't restricting myself, I would probably have like 30 bottles of perfume, but right now I have under 10. I believe I have 6 or 7, and I'm trying to get it lower because I think perfume is one of those things where it's so easy to get sick of a scent, at least for me, and want to immediately switch to something else. Which is why actually I also always buy the 1 ounce size of any perfume. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how inexpensive the perfume may be. If it comes in a 1 ounce, I'm buying the 1 ounce. So in the interest of not being wasteful, I always get the smallest perfume. That's actually the step above the mini size because I hate mini perfumes. I hate using them. Even if it has a sprayer, I just can't stand it. I don't know why. Mini perfumes really, really annoy me. But I really love the 1 ounce. And if it doesn't come in a 1 ounce, maybe I'll get the 1.7 if I really like it. I didn't even answer the question. It's the Vacation perfume. I think it's just called Vacation. It's the first one that they came out with. It's in the gold bottle. It's such a good perfume. It smells a little bit like sunscreen, coconut, a little pineapple. And I think one of the notes in it, if I'm not mistaken, is actually pool plastic, like inflatable pool plastic. I will say they also have another summer scent. I think it's called like aloe something. I use that one a lot too, but I am trying to go through one perfume and totally finish it and then move on to the next one. I've been successful so far. I finished 2 perfumes that way. And I'm working on the third one of my collection that I wanted to finish up, which is going to be the Vacation one. And after that, I will still have the aloe perfume for next year. So next year, that will probably be my summer scent, just because I'm trying not to buy perfumes. I really want to be that person who has like 2 perfumes, one day perfume and one night perfume, maybe one summer, maybe one winter. I think that's my fantasy self. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get there, but a girl can try. And the aloe perfume is really fresh. It just smells like cucumber, fresh water, like ice water, and aloe gel, but in a good way. Their brand is also focused all on the 80s, so their packaging looks like the 80s sort of packaging. Their website looks like the 80s. If you order from their website, the packaging looks like it's from the 80s. Like everything is so thought out, and it's like a masterclass in branding. If you go on the vacation website, you'll see exactly what I mean. And it's not only that the branding is so good, it's that they also have really good products, because if they had good branding but bad products, it wouldn't matter. But it's the fact that both are so good that makes it special. Next question, number 4. The sun is shining and it's time to get outside. What is your favorite thing to do? For me, I really don't like going in the sun. I find it really irritating, actually. I get bothered when it's too hot outside, and I just would prefer to stay inside if it's really hot. Now, I'm going to modify this question a little bit and propose that the question be asked in terms of sunset. So it's not that the sun is shining, but it's an hour or 2 before sunset and it's time to get outside. What's my favorite thing to do? I would say going to a restaurant and maybe getting a meal on the dock and just watching the sunset. That actually would be so nice. That's probably my preferred thing to do when the sun is shining, aka setting. In my last video, I didn't use powder because I was still peeling a little bit from tretinoin, but I think my peeling is pretty much done. So I'm just going to use powder very sparingly. And I'm only going to powder my T-zone and a little under the eyes and then around my mouth. Because even if I can use powder, it's not always that I like to use a lot in summer. It's only if I have to, like if I'm going to be out for a long time for some reason. Also, I'm trying a new mic setup. In my last video, the audio was kind of messed up. I was recording in a way where when you played the video back, the sound would only come through the left ear pod or like earphone, whatever you're using. So I messed with the settings. I looked up some tutorials and I think it should be okay. Okay, number 5, you are on the boardwalk and your stomach is grumbling. What's your go-to summer beach food? It's actually a good question that I don't think I've ever thought of. I don't really know if I have a summer beach food. I haven't been to the beach in the typical sense since I was a kid. As a kid, I do remember we always used to bring our food to the beach because like the food by the beach would always be so mediocre. It was never really good, at least the beaches that I went to regularly. Like I lived on the East Coast my whole life. Like the beach for me was like Jones Beach in New York, or I don't even know, like some other beach in New York. I do remember us always bringing sandwiches and chips. So I would say sandwiches, like homemade sandwiches and chips. And honestly, it would be so good. Like I remember, I don't know if other people did this, but I would remember having like tuna fish sandwiches and then putting Pringles inside of the sandwich and eating it like that. Okay, next question, number 6. Sunscreen is always important, but it's a must in summer. What is your favorite, face, body, or both? I would say my favorite face sunscreen is the Elastin sunscreen. It's the Elastin tinted face sunscreen. It's mineral as well. And this sunscreen is almost like a light coverage foundation. I actually have a short where I used it, but I will also link it below. It is the best sunscreen I've ever used. Prior to that, I was using the La Roche-Posay tinted sunscreen that was also mineral, but I think the texture of the Elastin one and the finish is superior. I also think it smells better than the La Roche-Posay one. No offense to the La Roche-Posay sunscreen. I mean, I used that for years. I used it for years before I discovered the Elastin one. Literally all through Texas, I was using the La Roche-Posay one. And even like maybe the first year I came to Virginia after Texas. I think only recently, like within the last maybe year and a half, is when I started using the Elastin sunscreen, but I love it. I'm never going back. And for body, Vacation actually also makes a body sunscreen that's really, really good. It smells like the Vacation perfume. So if you don't want to get the perfume for whatever reason, you can just get the sunscreen and smell like the perfume. So it's really good. Okay, number 7, after a day in the summer sun and heat, what do you do to cool off? Again, I've never really had this experience. I think an ice cold glass of water. I'm just laughing at myself. Yeah, an ice cold glass of water, I think, would be my best way to cool down because it cools you down from the inside. And then also just like literally standing in front of the AC vent or your AC unit, just actually standing in front of it is so cooling. And then just getting out of the sun, like into some shade or indoors preferably. I'm like the wrong person to do this tag, but whatever. Number 8, how would you wear your hair in summer? Before I answer that, I'm using Copper Tone blush. That looks really cute. And you know, for this, I actually am going to take it across the bridge of my nose. I know I said in the last video I don't really like doing that, but I think with a color like this that is supposed to mimic a sunburn, it can look cute. So I'm going to do that. This is what it looks like, by the way. It's the old formula. All my MAC blushes are the old formula. I refuse to buy the new formula. Sorry. I don't like it. They lessened the amount of product that you get. The formula is not as pigmented, and they changed the packaging. And from what I've heard, the packaging is so cheap feeling. I haven't felt it yet. They did come out with new colors though, so I guess that's exciting. I'm gonna put a little bronzer in my crease too. Next question, number 8, how do you wear your hair in the summer? Down, ponytail, ombre, dip dye, etc. Wow, this tag is old. I actually had an ombre, and I think it was exactly in 2014 that I got an ombre. I used the L'Oreal At Home ombre kit, and it actually turned out so good. It was kind of giving salon. I do like wearing my hair natural in summer. It's a lot easier. I would say when I lived in Texas, I always got Brazilian blowouts in summer because I just could not be bothered to do my hair. I think my answer would just have to be either blown out, like how it is right now, or natural. I guess I would just wear it natural, but I don't really do the whole curly girl method anymore. I just kind of put leave-in conditioner in my hair when it's like pretty sopping wet, and I scrunch it and I leave it, and whatever it looks like, it just looks like that. And if it gets really hot, I'll put it up in a claw clip, but not really a ponytail. That was more when I was younger. I think with Copper Tone, Amber Lights might look really nice. I'm just gonna do a wash of Amber Lights. I don't want it to be too heavy. Number 9, what is your must-have nail polish for summer 2014? So I'm just gonna change the year to 2026. Although I could probably tell you what it was in 2014. I was obsessed with Essie. It was probably Aruba, or they used to have this really nice lime green color. I forgot what it was called, but I know Aruba Blue was a really popular, like deep sea blue with shimmer in it. That was gorgeous. But I would say now I really only ever get red on my nails. I've always loved red nails. It's always been like my color. I don't know what it is about them, but I love red nails. Before I got into gel, I was obsessed with Big Apple Red from OPI. Once gel became popular, they actually came out with a gel version of Big Apple Red, so I would do that pretty much all throughout college. And then once I started working, I would always get True Red from Hello Tint Base, if I'm not mistaken. That is my favorite red at the moment, but they also have a shade called Fire. They have a shade that's like one step darker than True Red, and I just love that like little set of 5 red shades that they have, and based on what season it is, I just choose one of those. But 9 times out of 10, if you're just asking me like what's my favorite polish, it's the most classic red, true blue-based red that you can think of. And I don't get my nails done anymore. I used to a lot, especially when I first moved to Virginia, but it's not the best for your nails. And I know that's kind of a controversial thing to say, because yes, there have been methods in which you can do gel and it's not going to harm your nail beds as much, but I still feel like it thins out my nails. I mean, I know it does, I can tell. I just zoomed you guys in a little bit so you could see better. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of gel on my nails anymore. I'll really only do it if I have a special occasion. Like the last time I got my nails done was last year in November. Yeah, I get pedicures once a month, every month, regardless of what season it is. I always love having my toes done. I can't stand undone feet or like crusty feet. Like I'm very serious about my foot care. Like I do foot peels, I use baby foot, and I go once a month to get a pedicure always, no matter what. It's like a non-negotiable for me. Yeah, and of course I always get True Red. In fact, I literally have True Red on my toes right now. Number 10, sometimes it just feels good to chill out and watch Netflix. What shows and movies do you recommend for summer? Oh my gosh, what a great question. I feel like media can really be seasonal. I think number 1, when I think about summer TV shows, it's The Summer I Turned Pretty. Like, that has literally been my summer show for the past 3 years. And I would say, even now, still, they're coming out with a movie, even though the series is technically over. I think Summer I Turned Pretty, if you haven't already seen it, you really should. It's like so bad that it's good. As for a movie, I watched a movie that's not in the typical sense a summer movie, but it was kind of summery. I mean, it took place in summer. It was a summer vibe, but I watched Primate. And it was really, really intense. I've never seen a movie like that. It's basically about this monkey. Well, I think it's actually a chimpanzee, who's a pet to a family in Hawaii. And of course, the dad goes on some business trip and the girls are home alone. There's no other parent in the house. I think their mom passed away. And so the chimp gets rabies and goes insane and starts murdering everyone. Like, literally, that's the whole premise of the movie. I don't want to say if it has a happy or a sad ending in case you want to watch it. But just the opening scene was terrifying. I literally screamed. I screamed so loud, and I usually don't scream at movies, but I screamed multiple times in this one. It was really, there were jump scares. There was just like straight up gory violence. Like, it was crazy. But I watched it with some friends, so it was actually kind of funny. Like, we were just laughing the whole time at how insane it was, but we were also like feeling a lot of emotions. Like, it was actually kind of sad that your family pet goes insane and starts killing everyone. So that, was a lot of different emotions going on there, but it was a summery movie. They were in Hawaii. It was their summer break. They were in pools. They had oceans. Like, it was very summery, but a rather unfortunate story. So if you're in the mood for a horror movie in summer, I would say watch that one. Okay, next question. Do you wear liquid foundation, BB cream, or tinted moisturizer in the summer? These terms are so outdated. No one says BB cream anymore or even tinted moisturizer. It's now a skin tint, which I hate that word. It's a tinted moisturizer. I always wear liquid foundation no matter what season it is. So that's my answer for that one. Number 12, it's super bright outside. Do you reach for sunglasses or a hat? For me, it's going to be a hat because I need to protect my skin from the sun. And sunglasses only protect your eyes. But a sun hat, and I don't mean like a baseball cap. I mean like a hat, like a sun hat with a substantial brim to cover like at least up until like the bottom of your neck. You could wear a bigger one to get coverage for your shoulders, but I'm usually wearing something that covers my shoulders anyway. Number 13, what is your summer jam this year? Great question. I think Midnight Sun would have to be my summariest song of the summer that I've listened to in summer. Zara Larsson also released multiple versions of Midnight Sun. There's one that she has a live version, and I think it's like a Spotify studio session type of thing. I could be mistaken. But that version is amazing. I also obviously love the original. And there's a remix on her Girls Trip album. So that is a fantastic song. Do you have a summer bucket list? Number 14. If so, share some things on the list. I don't know if I have a summer bucket list. I wanted to travel somewhere, but now that I'm laid off, it's not really wise to do that. So no traveling for me this summer. Maybe I'm just going to skip that question because I really don't even think I made a summer bucket list or have anything on it on my theoretical bucket list. Yeah, I don't think so. Whatever, it's all right. I'm going to try really, really hard not to use Hug Me lipstick today, but I'm warning you it may happen. I'm just going to see what else I have, okay? I'm just going to see. Next question, bikini, tankini, or one piece? Show us your favorite bathing suit this year. I really don't go to the beach, so I don't have a bathing suit. I'm very modest. I don't wear bathing suits. When I was a kid, it was always a tankini and then it had like a little skirt or shorts attached to it. So that's my answer. Let's find a lipstick. I could use gel. I think that would be really pretty. Or I could like put chili on and sheer it out. I love chili. I know it looks brand new, but I've used this shade before. I think I actually lost it and I had to get a new one. I'm just going to do clear lip gloss with a little bit of chili and maybe I'll mix gel into it. So the base is going to be clear lip gloss. So I'm just going to put a little bit on. This is the stickiest, goopiest gloss ever. It lasts a really long time though, and it is extremely moisturizing. Number 16, summer means heat and sweat. What's your favorite sweat-proof product this year? Skincare, makeup, anything. Honestly, my sunscreen is kind of sweat-proof. I wear it to the gym all the time, and I'm like dripping sweat on the treadmill. And it doesn't really go anywhere. It's like the sweat comes through the product, but it doesn't melt the product off. Like if I just pat my face dry, the sweat will come off, but not the sunscreen. And I don't know if that's intentional. It might be. I could say this foundation, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, it's very sweat proof. I have dripped sweat before, and this foundation has looked perfect. Like it hasn't even been touched. If anything, it looks better somehow. That was on my graduation day. It was so hot, and they blocked off all the roads, and it was like a 10-minute walk from the parking lot to the building where we had to go. And in Houston in the summer, I mean, you might as well walk through hell at that point. That's what it feels like, I assume. And I immediately went to the bathroom to fix what was wrong with my makeup. And to my shock, my makeup looks perfect. I'm just gonna tap it. I honestly feel like clear lip gloss makes you look like you have lip injections. Like my lips look bigger. This is really crazy. And I'm gonna top it with a little bit of gel, just for funsies. And I want some shimmer in it. This lipstick is going off. It doesn't smell like vanilla anymore. Oh well, still gonna use it. Wow, that really did it for me. I'm only gonna do it in the center. Okay, we can finish off with the last question. Summer wouldn't be complete without a scoop or two of ice cream. If you could create your own ice cream flavor, what would it be? Actually, I don't know if I'm really that creative to want to create an ice cream flavor. I kind of like what's already out there. I would say a really good pistachio gelato is probably my favorite type of gelato. But in terms of ice cream, the most pure strawberry ice cream flavor is my favorite ice cream flavor. And I'm particularly talking about Jenny's. They have, I think it's just called strawberry, and they only release it in summer. It's the best strawberry ice cream ever. Those are all the questions of the tag. And I will list all the tag questions below. And obviously I tag you watching this video to put your answers in the comments if you want, or you can do your own video. Why not? I was gonna say a video response. My OG YouTube era kicked in. You used to be able to do video responses on YouTube. I don't know if you remember that, but that was a thing. And let me know if you related to anything that I said in this video. Like maybe if we have the same favorite ice cream flavor or one of the same products or something like that. All right, guys, this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you like this look that I came up with. I've never done this makeup look before. I really just kind of came up with it on the fly, but I think it turned out so nice. I hope you enjoyed the tag, hearing my answers. It was really fun to do. I love tag videos. Can we please normalize tag videos on YouTube? Like, I'm gonna do a fall tag too. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending this time with me, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.